Preston stars in Elsbeth. All episodes now streaming on Paramount+.
It's Mike Coulter.
And Rachel Keller.
Our show is about a small law firm taking on Silicon Valley tech companies. Cupertino, coming this CBS fall.
Some patchy fog for your Thursday morning that should lift, leaving lots of sunshine throughout the day and some seasonal temperatures. All those details are coming up next.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Truitt. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, candidates for the Marquette County Commission squared off tonight in a forum aimed at informing voters. And a major shift at the NATO summit today. Leaders unveiled new commitments on defense as well as support for the Ukraine, all while global tensions continue to rise. And Michigan has a new budget. For the second year in a row, it's less than the year before. Our state capitol reporter Sophia Murphy reports on who this leaner budget affects the most. Your 19 News at 11 starts right now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
Welcome in. A first look at your forecast. We're seeing the rain move out of the way, but we will have some fog to deal with for tomorrow, especially for the evening commute, or the morning commute rather, but it may hang around for most of the day. We should clear most of that out once the sun really starts shining. The temperatures will be into the lower 70s for here in Marquette, but then lower 80s the further south that you get. So again, we'll start off with that fog, gradually clearing skies throughout the day, and we'll take a closer look at your weekend in just a few short minutes.
Day 2 of the NATO summit in Turkey was overshadowed by President Trump's announcement that the ceasefire with Iran is over. In the wake of the news, the U.S. military launched a second night of strikes against Iranian targets, saying it was retaliating against Iran for attacking commercial ships earlier this week. CBS News' Jesse Mitchell has more.
President Trump spent Tuesday night in Turkey, dining alongside Western allies at the NATO summit. The dinner came after a day of meetings in which the president addressed a host of global topics, including Russia's ongoing war with Ukraine. President Trump spoke optimistically about working with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to bring their war to an end.
I think they both want to make a deal. It's too bad it took so long, but I think there's going to be something's going to come out, and the president's also helping us with that. But I think there's something. I settled 8 wars, and I think we're going to be settling. And it doesn't seem likely now, but sometimes when war, I see when it's least likely, that's when it happens.
The president will meet with Zelensky to discuss the war on Wednesday. Trump also reiterated Tuesday his desire for the U.S. to acquire Greenland and suggested he could pull U.S. armed services out of European countries in response to their ongoing insistence the island territory should remain a part of Denmark.
It was Greenland that, and it continues to be, that should be controlled by the United States, not by Denmark.
NATO's Secretary General said going forward, Europe must take greater responsibility for its own defense.
We cannot continue as we did, being over-reliant on the United States. We need this much stronger Europe in a stronger NATO. And we can only get there when we work together seamlessly as one.
President Trump returns to Washington Wednesday night after another day of meetings. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
Michigan's new state budget is smaller than last year's budget, the second straight year of cuts. House Speaker Matt Hall calls it a decisive win for Republicans. But the deal also strips a dedicated funding line from a cash assistance program for new parents. Our Michigan Capitol correspondent Sophia Murphy talked with state officials about what's in the budget and who it leaves out.
Michigan's Speaker of the House, Matt Hall, says the state budget is $800 million smaller than last year's, with no new taxes or fee increases. He says the savings came from rooting out waste across state government.
I viewed it as the most decisive victory for the Republicans in a budget in a long time.
Hall points to cuts across state departments, including a 30% reduction at the Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, also known as LARA. But one of the most debated pieces of the budget touches families directly: the loss of a dedicated funding line for RX Kids, a cash assistance program for new parents.
We know that RX Kids does not have any eligibility requirements. It doesn't check citizenship. And they're paying out cash to people that have no financial need.
It recently expanded to all 15 counties in the UP, giving cash assistance to young mothers before and after giving birth. Hall insists the program shouldn't qualify for that money because he says it belongs to families relying on programs like WIC and Child Protective Services.
My view is that they will not be eligible for those pots, and that's why I picked them. The other pots were the ones that would be, I would describe, as much easier for them to get. So I specifically put them into the pots that should be going to these other programs.
Hall says he expects disagreements over RX Kids' future funding to continue as budget numbers are finalized. Now, the program still has access to $250 million approved last year. Both budget bills are still waiting on signatures from the governor. From Michigan's capital, Sophia Murphy, WZMQ 19 News.
Controversial Maine Democrat Graham Plattner has withdrawn his bid for the U.S. Senate following allegations of sexual assault, which he denies. The state Democratic Party now has just a little over 2 weeks to replace him. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more from New York.
Embattled Maine Democrat Graham Plattner posted a video announcing he is suspending his campaign for the state Senate seat.
We believe that for the movement to continue, it can't be me.
His exit follows fellow Democrats pulling their endorsements after allegations of rape from a woman he once dated. Plattner vigorously denies those claims, but acknowledged he can't move forward.
I know that some will think it's an admission of guilt, and it most certainly is not. We're not doing it because of the allegations. We're doing it because of the structures that are being taken away from us by those in power.
Earlier this week, Jenny Rassicot told Politico Plattner was almost blackout drunk when he came to her house uninvited in 2021 and forced her to have sex with him.
He violated multiple layers of consent that night.
As pressure mounted for Plattner to withdraw from the race, another allegation was made public on Wednesday. According to the Washington Post, an ex-girlfriend of Plattner's says he, quote, repeatedly removed protection without her consent when they were having sex. His campaign says that's categorically false. The state Democratic Party needed Plattner to voluntarily withdraw by Monday to put forth another candidate before the July 27th deadline. They also accused Plattner's camp of trying to put a finger on the scale.
We have repeatedly reiterated to Graham Plattner's team that they have no role in determining our next Democratic nominee for the U.S. Senate, nor in determining what this process looks like.
Plattner's campaign said it wanted to make sure his supporters will be heard. Voters, meanwhile, are looking to November.
I just want somebody to run that can beat Susan Collins.
There are a handful of potential candidates waiting in the wings. At least one has already filed paperwork. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
There is an ongoing heat emergency in the Southwest. Extreme heat alerts are posted tonight in parts of Utah, Arizona, and Southern California. Chris Van Cleve is in Phoenix trying out a crucial life-saving device used on people suffering from heat stroke.
Smoke from the Aspen Acres fire blankets parts of Colorado for another day as that blaze grows to about 100,000 acres. Hot, dry conditions are fueling fire concerns across the West. In Arizona, the Valley of the Sun is living up to its name. Temperatures in Phoenix pushing 115 for the third day in a row. Not enough to stop some from hitting the links.
I'm good for about 12 or 13 holes, and then it gets to me, and then it goes downhill fast.
But the extreme heat has closed hiking trails and is driving a surge in heat-related emergencies. Phoenix Fire has responded to more than 400 heat calls since May 1st. Fire Captain John Prado.
This station has been running nonstop since they got here today. They've already run 2 heat stroke emergencies and utilized the cold water immersion today already.
Phoenix is among the only departments in the country using cold water immersion bags to immediately treat people experiencing a critical heat emergency.
We're using it daily throughout the entire city.
How big of a game changer is it?
It's the biggest change in pre-hospital EMS that I've seen.
They showed us how it works.
He's over 104. He's our heat stroke candidate.
With me as the simulated heat patient.
Let's start prepping the ice, please.
So let's all have it very
very quickly. Our goal is to get you in ice as quickly as possible.
Paramedics move me into this bag and rapidly fill it with ice.
You feel the ice pretty quick, even on a hot day.
Before sealing me in to quickly bring down my body temperature.
How quickly will somebody start responding?
Somebody will start responding within minutes.
While the air temperature might be about 111, the heat coming off the pavement, according to this digital thermometer, closer to 150 degrees. That's not only dangerous, it's potentially deadly heat in the Phoenix area. At least 18 people have died so far this year from heat-related issues. At this time last year, that number was 5. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Phoenix.
Election season for local positions is coming up quickly on the calendar. And for those running for county commissioner, answered the community earlier tonight. The League of Women Voters of Marquette County hosted a candidate forum. The forum tonight was held in the Marquette Township Hall. In total, 3 positions will be on the primary election ballot in the fall. County commissioners for both District 1 and 3 in Marquette County, and the seat for the 96th District Court Judge. For tonight, 5 total candidates for both county commissioner spots fielded questions from constituents via the League of Women Voters.
It's incredible that we see this kind of real live grassroots participation in our local politics. I thought the forum went exceptionally well, and I think what we saw tonight with 5 candidates all seriously invested in seeking a position on the county board because they really, really are invested in our community.
The primary election will take place August 4th, with early voting beginning July 25th. The Marquette Police Department has arrested 59-year-old Brian Andrew Legault on felony charges following 2 alleged incidents of indecent exposure in the city. According to police, witnesses reported Legault exposing himself at the Peter White Public Library in June, and later to 2 women walking along the Lake Superior Boardwalk in July. Legault was arrested and arraigned in the 96th District Court. He faces multiple charges, including 2 felony counts of indecent exposure by a sexually delinquent person. The felony charges are punishable by up to life in prison. He is charged as a 4th offense habitual offender, and his bond was set at $155,000. The Delta County Road Commission has begun seasonal work designed to preserve local roadways. Our Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons tells us what that will look like and where crews will be working.
Every year after the 4th of July, the Delta County Road Commission begins 2 weeks of chip sealing.
If you ever see a newly paved road and they're nice and black, and then within a year or 2 they're turning gray, that's the road already deteriorating. On the paved roads, we put a chip seal over it. It protects, keeps the oils into the road. Some places we go over gravel roads as well.
Crews have already finished chip sealing in Maple Ridge Township and started in Baldwin Township. Next, they plan to move on to Cornell and Bark River.
You can do a road about every 5 to 7 years. You do the same road over again. It's much more inexpensive than paving. Probably get 20 years. Overall lifespan's about the same, but there's a little more maintenance. But it's $135,000 for a mile of paved road versus $17,000 for a mile of seal coat. So it's a pretty easy decision for a lot of townships.
Chip sealing is the work the Road Commission receives the most calls about.
Typically, the roads will be broomed off, cleaned up the day before or the same day. Then you'll see oil distributors coming in and spraying oil emulsion on the road. And then the chips are applied to that emulsion and rolled. We're in and out of an area pretty quick, but it is messy afterwards.
But the managing director says the inconvenience is temporary and pays off in the long run.
Usually give it a day or 2, and then we'll come and sweep the excess stone off. That's the biggest complaints we get, is that it's dusty, there's stones flying, but give it a month or 2 and it'll settle down. A lot of people don't even realize they live on a chip seal road.
Meanwhile, other summer projects continue.
Keeping up with the grading on the gravel roads, chloriding for dust control, ditching, a lot of brushing. There's always trees to cut.
And for motorists who come across crews working on the roads throughout the summer, the commission reminds them to use caution.
We have lots of lights and signs out, but motorists still don't slow down. We've had close calls already here just yesterday. People really need to take their time and be mindful when they see a work zone.
Reporting in Escanaba, Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather is coming up after the break, and a look at tonight's downtown Marquette Farmers Market, all straight ahead.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Live outside Marquette County? Recycle 906 is worth the drive. We accept cans, cardboard, plastics, and more. Bring it in. Keep the Upper Peninsula clean. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. This special offer is available by calling 800-279-0308. That's 800-279-0308.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Thursday, the night agent's Gabriel Basso.
At first, I was like, this guy's scary. And then I was like, wait, I'm into it. You filmed in Turkey, so did you love it?
My favorite was the Theodosian walls. Belisarius walked through there. He had his Bucalari. And
Nothing you've just said do I understand.
Plus, podcaster Bunny XO. And Cassius Culpepper performs. Next, Kelly.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS.
Planes, trains, and Broncos. Whether you're jumping in your Surrey, riding the old iron horse, or taking the stagecoach to Dodge City.
Ever been there? Time or two.
Kick up your spurs and set a spell with the fine folks of Gunsmoke, Bonanza, the Rifleman, and Wagon Train.
Exactly what I'm saying.
Go west, young man. Go west.
Weekdays beginning at 1 p.m. on MeTV 19.1. Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, from the 19 News Forecast Center, this is WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
And welcome back. We've seen a good amount of changes in the atmospheric conditions over the last 24, even 48 hours. We went from a good string of above average days, and now we have those struggling high temperatures, definitely more so that crisp springtime air, but 70 degrees for the high today, really trying to climb up there. That average is 76. And as of about 5:30, a 1/10 of an inch of rain, but most of that
Sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulty. Following a busy 4th of July, the downtown Marquette Wednesday night farmers market was back to a steady flow of visitors this evening. Each Wednesday, handmade crafts aren't exactly hard to come by, but each tent has its own unique flair. This includes J8 Creations on their second summer in the market. The 8-member Jandrow family hand makes wood burns and sells their own assortment of cutting boards, magnets, and keychains. Lori Jandrew says their most popular sellers are their earrings, which come in all shapes and sizes.
So we have all kinds of earrings. We have sports ones, dog ones, chickens, UP, Great Lakes, Lake Superior, anything that's a little bit different.
J8 Creations was also a vendor at the Lower Harbor Park Freedom Festival and says they saw plenty of activity last weekend. When we come back, we're off to Negaunee for a look at some of today's festivities as Pioneer Days continue.
Shop hundreds of lazy boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99 plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture in Houghton today.
Just 6 years ago, Black Lives Matter rioters were burning our cities. What did John James do? He attacked police officers, said he wanted to attend a Black Lives Matter protest. He called Republicans hurtful and cruel, and said America has stolen land built by swollen hands. James' own company ran DEI affirmative action programs championed by the left. John James is no conservative. He's a lying liberal loser.
Step into the moment. Let yourself free now. All you need is loving. You find your way. bit of love inside of you.
There are moments in life when we don't act based on who someone loves, where they're from, or what they believe. Because the things that make us different will never change what makes us human.
All you need
It's Aaron Spelling Sundays, featuring 4 memorable shows from the legendary Hollywood producer.
And then we'll take the car, the boat, the train, and the plane home. The plane!
Sundays on MeTV 19.1. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with John Truitt.
This weekend, the price of mailing a letter is about to get more expensive. Toyota is investing billions to move production of one vehicle from Mexico to the United States, and Pringles potato chip fans have a chance to get their hands on the snack company's new Pop Dog Buns. CBS News' Jesse Mitchell has the latest business news headlines from New York.
The U.S. Postal Service is hiking the price of a Forever stamp to 82 cents starting Sunday. High costs and shrinking mail volume, as well as policy changes from Congress, have dogged the agency's finances in recent years. Postmaster General David Steiner warns stamp prices may have to eventually hit 90 to 95 cents in order to help stabilize USPS. Toyota has announced it will shift most production of the Tacoma pickup truck from Mexico to Texas. The Japanese automaker plans to invest $3.6 billion to double the size of its San Antonio plant. Toyota says the transition will take roughly 4 years to complete and could create 2,000 new jobs. And today at noon Eastern, Pringles drops their new limited edition hot dog buns. The potato-based Pop Dog Buns come in sour cream and onion, barbecue, and honey mustard flavors, inspired by the popular chips. Fans who go to the website onceyoupopmarket.com or to the Pringles Instagram and Facebook shops have a chance to grab the buns for free with the purchase of a 3-pack of crisps. There will also be another drop next Wednesday to mark National Hot Dog Day. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jesse Mitchell.
Several Negaunee football players made a big impact this afternoon in preparation for a Pioneer Days event happening tomorrow. Thousands of hardcover and paperback books are sold at the annual Pioneer Days book sale. These are transferred from the library to the Senior Center in loads of close to 200 boxes. For over 10 years, it's been made possible by players from the high school football team. This year, they've been joined by the middle school team, bringing a sense of pride through both programs.
They know that they're fulfilling a service for the community because the books probably wouldn't get there if it wasn't for the kids.
Usually in the past, it takes a long time. Like last year took us like 2.5 hours, but now that we got the young guys, it's went by in 30 minutes.
The book sale will take place tomorrow from 9 a.m. through 3 p.m. The teams will then move all of the remaining items back to the library. Then this afternoon, the Negaunee Public Library brought Michigan authors and readers together today as part of Pioneer Days. 6 local and regional authors set up at the library for a book signing, covering everything from thrillers and mysteries to children's fiction and Marquette history. Readers had the chance to browse by and get their copies signed while meeting the writers behind the books.
It's a great way to put faces to the books that are on our shelves. Many of them are written by people from far away, but we do have a talented pool of local authors here in the Upper Peninsula, and we're happy to get them more visibility through programs like this.
Proof that great stories don't always come from far away. With Team USA out of the World Cup, there is life after soccer. The All-Star Game in Major League Baseball is set for next week in Philadelphia, and the city is rolling out the red carpet. Nikki Dementri has more.
The All-Star Game logo is on the field, and crews are busy in the stands with last-minute preparations for MLB All-Star Week. Rehearsals were happening Wednesday morning for MLB X, a new event to the lineup.
We don't want people to walk away saying that was a great All-Star Week. We want them to say that was a great All-Star Week in Philadelphia.
Philly flair is touching just about every part of the festivities, whether at the bank with the Fanatic modeling All-Star fashion, to next Tuesday's All-Star Game for Patti LaBelle, Boys to Men, and just added today, the Philly Pops are all performing. Plus, Independence Hall is playing a big part in festivities when it hosts the red carpet.
I think the celebration of America 250 folded into All-Star Game is going to make this incredibly unique.
For food, fans voted the Betsy Banana Pudding Sundae #1 in the All-Star food vote. The Revolutionary Rib Melt was a close second, but still made the menu. Manco and Manco crab fries and Sanchez sliders are also on the menu. Fan favorite, the Schmitter, is back too.
Philadelphia's Big League Sandwich from McNally's in Chestnut Hill is coming back to the ballpark for the All-Star Game and hopefully going forward.
For merchandise, there's bobbleheads, pins, special edition hats, and collectibles like the Ben Franklin mug.
It's been such a special year in Philadelphia and the entire region. So the fact that we're up next and now we have our chance to shine, it's incredibly special.
This fiberglass hand-painted bell is a part of Bells Across PA, an American 250 initiative in the Commonwealth. It'll be on display at the bank.
This is insane. I remember getting a text message that was like, hey, the Phillies is interested in you doing a piece. I didn't believe it because I think it's everybody's dream to make it in their city before they make it anywhere else.
America's pastime and America's birthplace. It doesn't get much better than that. We have a full list of events for MLB All-Star Week on our website right now, cbsphiladelphia.com. For now, at the bank, Nikki DeVentry, CBS News, Philadelphia.
After the break, we'll have a last look at weather and more scenes from Pioneer Days in Negaunee.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Thursday, the night agent's Gabriel Basso.
At first, I was like, this guy's scary. And then I was like, wait, I'm into it. You filmed in Turkey, so did you love it?
My favorite was the Theodosian walls. Belisarius walked through there. He had his Bucalari. And
Nothing you've just said do I understand.
Plus, podcaster Bunny XO. And Cassius Culpepper performs. Next, Kelly.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ CBS. 19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
The Golden Girls are on MeTV.
I am stunned.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
A lot happens in Washington and Lansing that affects life right here in the Upper Peninsula.
Power of the purse strings.
And where ideas become laws.
Budget votes. High-stakes rulings. Environmental concerns.
Consequential executive orders.
The kind of news that doesn't always make headlines, but probably should. That's why 19 News has reporters in both capitals. So when something happens that matters to you, we're already there. 19 News. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News.
And welcome back. We've seen a good amount of changes in the atmospheric conditions over the last 24, even 48 hours. We went from a good string of above average days, and now we have those struggling high temperatures, definitely more so that crisp springtime air, but 70 degrees for the high today, really trying to climb up there. That average is 76. And as of about 5:30, 1/10 of an inch of rain, but most of that rain stayed down towards the southern portions of the UP. We may see some of those showers hanging around into the overnight, but the most impactful weather component for tomorrow morning is going to be that fog. So we'll have very dense cloud cover, and again, at the end of the day, fog is just very low lying clouds, so a lot of that moisture is going to be held in the clouds. It may be a bit misty for the morning, definitely having to deal with those reduced visibilities, but we will clear that out. The sun will really get shining throughout the day, not only burning off and lifting that fog, but providing a good amount of sunshine where those temperatures could raise up maybe towards that seasonal mark. You have that better chance though, especially especially down towards the southern portions of the UP. And now we're already at Friday morning where it looks the same, maybe just a few of those little green returns here and there. That just shows us that the moisture is hanging around. I'm really not convinced with any rain for Friday at all. I think most of that rain has moved out of the way, and we have a pretty nice dry pattern setting up to continue throughout even the start of this upcoming week. But this is the fog outlook where, again, this number should be 10. That means there is nothing impacting your visibility, or you can see 10 miles ahead of you with no issue. But that fog is going to reduce those visibility values down to about a half of or less, maybe even getting down to a quarter of a mile for some places. So this is for everyone. We're all going to be dealing with the fog in the morning, and it'll help throughout the day when we get that sun going, and also the winds can kind of help to work together to clear out that fog. But all the built up heat and humidity over the last week, it is very easy for this fog to form, because the closer you get the dew point and the air temperature, that means the air is fully saturated. You can get all that moisture or the water vapor near the ground, basically in the form of clouds. So that's why we have it in the morning. But what we really want to see happen is, of course, these winds pick up a little bit, and they will. So we went from having calm winds overnight to maybe getting that slight breeze with the sunshine. Again, that will be what kind of helps the fog move out of here. That's the main weather component you have to watch out for tomorrow. I'm not tracking any major rain systems, no severe storm outlook, really not seeing that chance of rain really over the next 48 hours. So now we start to transition into a nice dry pattern, which is perfect for the weekend. And also the temperatures, yes, they've been a bit all over the place. We're trying to find that happy medium, and it is tough to get that in the summertime. So I would say the next few days is kind of that transition where we are stuck below average, and then the weekend is when we really start to climb that seasonal or above average temperatures now. And then we're looking at another little warm up for Monday and Tuesday, but it is kind of short lived. We'll go from very hot on Tuesday back down to seasonal on your Wednesday.
And finally tonight, the sounds of summer filled Iron Street in Negaunee this evening. The Negaunee City Band took the stage at the Outdoor Performing Arts Center for their Pioneer Days concert. Director Lucas Wickstrom led the band through a diverse mix of marches, waltzes, Celtic hymns, and classic rock. The Negaunee City Band performs weekly summer concerts on Iron Street. It's free and open to the public. That's it for us, and from all of us here at 19 News, have a great night, everybody.
We started back in 1913. Grandfather would go from door to door on a cart selling dry goods. It's great seeing people actually come in saying, you know, my grandfather waited on you. We offer a wide selection of La-Z-Boy recliners, Smith Brothers Amish furniture. We also offer a wide selection of appliances, all with free delivery, and we'll set it up where you'd like. Being able to help the customer and satisfy